Admiral Zenthara stood on the bridge of the hegemony's fist, watching Earth's blue marble grow larger through the viewscreen. The third planet from Sol had been the source of considerable frustration for the Valdorian Empire. Unlike every other species they had encountered in their 1,000-year expansion, humanity refused to submit gracefully to imperial rule. "Status report," she commanded, her forearms clasped behind her chitinous back. "The orbital bombardment platforms are in position, Admiral," reported Commander Vexhan. "The human governments have been given their final ultimatum: submit to imperial authority or face total planetary sterilization." Zenthara's mandibles clicked with satisfaction. 3 years of conventional warfare had proven the humans to be surprisingly tenacious, but every species had its breaking point. The Empire's strategy was simple: demonstrate overwhelming force, crush their spirit, and watch them kneel. On Earth's surface, President Chen stood in the ruins of New Geneva, surrounded by the leaders of what remained of human civilization. The sky above was dark with alien ships, their sleek forms blotting out the sun like mechanical locusts. "They want our surrender in 6 hours, Chen announced to the assembled crowd. "Unconditional submission to their empire, or they turn our world to glass." General Morrison, his uniform torn and bloodied from the latest skirmish, slammed his fist on the makeshift table. "We can't keep fighting conventionally. They have us outgunned 1,000 to 1. There might be another way," whispered Dr. Sarah Nakamura, the elderly archaeologist who had become an unlikely advisor during the war. She clutched a data pad containing information that had taken her team months to decipher. "The ancients." Chen frowned. "The what?" "We found them deep beneath the Pacific, massive structures older than recorded history. We always assumed they were natural formations, but the energy readings—" She paused, her voice trembling. "They're machines, dormant machines. And they're not entirely human in design," Morrison scoffed. "Fairy tales won't save us now, Doc." "No," Nakamura insisted. "Listen to me. Humanity isn't Earth's first intelligent species. We found evidence of a previous civilization, one that faced extinction and built something to ensure their legacy would endure. Something that would activate when Earth itself was threatened." Above them, Admiral Zenthara received the expected response from Earth's surface: defiance. The humans would not yield. She had encountered such stubborn pride before, but it always crumbled when faced with the reality of annihilation. "Begin the bombardment," she ordered. "Target their major population centers. Let them watch their civilization burn, and they will—" Her words were cut short by an urgent alarm. The ship's sensors were detecting massive energy signatures from Earth's surface. No, not the surface. From deep within the planet itself. "Admiral," Vexhan's voice cracked with panic. "Something is rising from the ocean." The first machine breached the Pacific surface like a metallic leviathan awakening from millennia of slumber. It was colossal, easily dwarfing the largest Imperial dreadnought, and its design was unlike anything in the Empire's databases. Geometric patterns covered its hull, pulsing with energy that seemed to bend space around it. Then another emerged, and another. Within minutes, dozens of the ancient constructs had risen from every ocean on Earth. They hung motionless in the atmosphere for a moment, as if taking measure of the threat above them. Then, without warning, they began to move. The first salvo from the ancient machines tore through the Imperial fleet like it was made of paper. Energy beams that seemed to violate known physics lanced upward, each shot perfectly targeted, each strike absolutely devastating. Ships that had conquered entire star systems simply ceased to exist, their matter converted to energy in brilliant flashes of light. Admiral Zenthara watched in horror as half her fleet was destroyed in the opening moments of the engagement. "What are those things?" she screamed. Her science officer, pale with terror, stammered his response. "Unknown technology, Admiral. The energy readings are off the charts. It's as if they're drawing power directly from the planet's core." On Earth's surface, President Chen and his advisors watched in stunned silence as the ancient guardians laid waste to the invasion fleet. The machines moved with purpose and precision, their attacks coordinated despite having slumbered for eons. Dr. Nakamura smiled through her tears. They were waiting, she whispered. All this time they were waiting for someone worthy to inherit their legacy. We thought we were Earth's children, but we were its chosen successors. The battle, if it could be called that, lasted less than an hour. The remnants of the Valdorian fleet fled in panic, carrying word of Earth's impossible defense back to the Empire. The ancient machines, their duty fulfilled, slowly descended back into the depths from which they had emerged. But they left behind something new. Across the globe, human scientists detected subtle changes in technology, in understanding. The machines had not simply defended Earth. They had passed on knowledge, awakening something dormant in human consciousness. In the years that followed, humanity would emerge from their homeworld not as a conquered species, but as inheritors of an ancient legacy. They carried within them the wisdom of those who had come before, and the knowledge that Earth had chosen them as its guardians. The Valdorian Empire, like many others, would learn that some worlds were not meant to be conquered. Some planets chose their own champions, and those champions would not yield to any force in the galaxy. Admiral Zenthara's final log entry, recovered from the wreckage of her command ship, would read simply, "We did not attack a planet. We attacked a birthplace of gods."